Google's new phones, the Nexus 6P and Nexus 5X, support rapid or fast charging via USB Type-C and are capable of grabbing hours and hours of juice in just a few minutes of being plugged in. Unfortunately, this is not Qualcomm's Quick Charge 2.0 or 3.0 technology, so all of the current QC 2.0 chargers you have been accumulating over the past year or so are basically going to be useless, at least in a fast charging sort of capacity. We hadn't written about this situation until now because we were waiting until we had the devices in hand to put them through proper testing. Google has remained mostly silent on this charging topic, so we really had nothing to go on until we could test them ourselves. With that said, we now have them and have done some preliminary testing that probably won't excite you. While Google announced that each phone would charge quickly via USB Type-C, many of you noticed that nowhere on any of their product pages do they mention Qualcomm's Quick Charge 2.0. That of course was a bit confusing, since each phone includes a Qualcomm processor that certainly could support Quick Charge 2.0. Some of you also noticed that they were including chargers with an odd 5V/3A output that we haven't really seen to date. In other words, we all had this feeling that things could be bad and that we were all going to need to buy a whole bunch of new chargers in the near future. Obviously, none of these chargers are 5V/3A, so the results here aren't all that surprising. It is a bit odd that those last two chargers are registering as charging rapidly on the phones. Since I don't have tools that would test the actual output there, through each of the Nexus phones, I'm sort of assuming that it's not the full wattage that you would get when charging with the official 5X or 6P adapters. And if that's the case, you probably won't see the full 3.8 hours of use in 10 minutes of charging on the 5X or 7 hours of use in 10 minutes of charging on the 6P. At this point, if you want fast charging, you are sort of stuck buying Google's official 5V/3A, 15W, USB Type-C chargers from Google Play, which of course, are sold out. The problem gets worse, though, when you look and realize that Google isn't even selling a car charge of any type. Like I said, though, the Transmart car charger above does register as charging rapidly, so that could be a decent option until someone makes a real 5V/3A charger. Transmart has also told us that their new Quick Charge 3.0 adapter supports 5V/3A and so it could be an option.